we are bringing our Contracts Debugger to our eWasm on Cosmos technology. And you can check out our video demos on Comet from over 1 year ago, where we used it to debug classic EVM contracts. Now we are using it to debug eWasm contracts. This is the first base version of Comet for eWasm, and at this point we can load a WASM file and an object with the transaction data. And I have one such example here, with a gas limit, gas price, the sender from, the value sent, call data, and in this case the function name, which is instantiate for running the constructor, or the main function which calls one of the runtime functions. So we will use this here. And you get a list of opcodes. In this version, we don't have access to the stack or memory, but we have access to storage. And we can see here many use gas occurrences. These are correlated with opcodes that are implemented directly in eWasm, but the opcodes themselves we do not see here yet. Instead, we can see store opcodes and sload opcodes, in this case, storage store. So this constructor has stored the value 5 at key 0. And the instantiate function is the constructor, so our result is the runtime code that will be deployed on chain. Now this WASM contract is a simple storage contract that we have initialized with a value of 5. So now let's run a set transaction replacing the value of 5 with a value of 8. So now we have the main function that is running, and this is the call data, and this is the signature for the set function. And again, we see the storage opcodes, and we see that it has replaced the value of 5 with a value of 8. And we have an empty result because this is a transaction. Now, Comet will have everything that our EVM Comet had, and the ability to load any WASM contracts from the chain, along with contract storage data, balances, transaction data, etc. So you will be able to thoroughly debug your contracts and transactions from the browser. This debugger will be used by our Mythos chain and made accessible from our decentralized web server. Any developer will know all the available tools from the chain itself. More, aside from the contract debugging in isolation and integrating Chrome extensions for debugging WASM, with this tool, contracts can be executed in our Ganas wallet on its own mobile local chain. And we are preparing this tool for any WASM contracts, be it eWasm, CosmosWasm, or our own flavors of WASMX.